Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hit Zone with your hosts, J.Hitz and C. Rob. Sit back, grab yourself a drink, and let's talk sports.
Hello, everyone. I'm your boy, J.Hitz,
And I'm C. Rod.
and we're the Hit Zone. We're just two homeboys talking sports. So, C. Rob, before you let us know what you're thinking, bro, you know I gotta ask, what you drinking?
Hey man, I'm enjoying the official drink. The official drink of the Hit Zone, man. It's freaking delicious, bro.
Hey, I'm on the same thing, man. The official drink of the Hit Zone, baby. That's how we do it.
That's how we do it.
So, since we got that out the way, you know that's how we have to do. Uh, Let us know what you're thinking, bro.
Hey man, I'm thinking we inching a little bit closer to the football season, man. And man, every day, especially since we got the show, man, I just get excited every day. Like, oh shit, we got this many more days till kickoff. This many more days. And we talked to Cowboys, and I know I saw earlier today it's like 50 or so days until kickoff of the Longhorns football season. And you already know we hook 'em horns around here. What you think?
You right, man. We hook 'em horns around here, and I was thinking like we did a show about the Cowboys, and the question I proposed was going into this season. What are some of your concerns about the Longhorns as far as their um, which group do you feel least confidence in, and which group do you feel the most confidence in? So I wanted to run that by you, Chad. See, Rob, which group do you have the most confidence in? We're gonna flip it up. We're gonna switch it up. Which group do you have the most confidence in going into the season, bro?
Hey man, look, I can't. It's hard to say this position as a group because as a group, it's young. There's some young guys. There's some guys that are really nice guys and really good college team players. But position group that I have the most confidence in is it really comes down to one player. This dude's a preseason All American, preseason Big 12 offensive player of the year. Got to be on the Heisman watch. Got to be on the Maxwell watch, and that's Bijan Robinson. The dude is the dude is the best player in college football. That's that's not just my opinion. That's the opinion of many people that do this for a living. So you ask me who I'm most confident or position group I'm most confident in. I guess it's got to be the running backs because that's the position that Bijan Robinson plays. What you think?
Yeah, Bijan Robinson, he's a dog, bro. I mean, he came in as a true freshman and took the Big 12 by storm. I think with a lot of his runs, I think a lot of teams didn't realize his strength. They didn't realize his elusiveness, and they definitely didn't realize his speed. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this guy uh, take it to the next level. Like you say, he might be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Um, and yeah, I love what he brings to the table. Um, Also, too, we got to think about the second string. Rojo, he was a quarterback. He came in and he switched positions. He's been pretty serviceable. You know, he's been serviceable as a running back. Um, I like him as a backup. Um, and then you have Keenan Robinson, the transfer from Alabama. Man, he's your home one threat,
You're right.
especially at the backfield. Man, you throw him a pass out into the flat, man, and we've seen what he can do once you get the ball in his hand. He's very elusive. Um, yeah, the running backs got to be a strength of the Longhorns, man. I really think that our running backs can we can somewhat carry this offense until some of our young guys develop and come into their own. No doubt.
Yeah, I think back on, I always tell you, you ask me what I'm doing. I'm watching LHN, I'm watching Longhorn Network, and we're watching, replays of Longhorn games in the past. When Texas was great, they always had a great running back. You got Ricky Williams or Cedric Benson or Jamal Charles. That if we got a stud in the backfield, we got a chance. And hell, Priest Holmes, my bad, sorry Priest. Like if we got a stud back there, we always got a chance. Like if we can get adequate. I ain't even saying exceptional quarterback play. We can get adequate quarterback play and don't turn over the ball. Like, oh yeah, we gonna be in some games. So, what position group you confident in?
The one group that I'm confident in uh, is really because of one player, and that's Xavier Worthy. That's our receiver group, bro. Like again, this kid came in as a true freshman, somewhat undersized. One thing about this dude, man, his heart is as big as Texas. This dude, man, he's fearless, bro. I've seen him get laid out and pop right back up. I love this kid, man. Um, he somewhat reminds you of Deontay Smith, the Alabama standout receiver that was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. He kind of puts you in that mind frame. If you look at this kid, you see that Sark like a certain type of receiver. He likes the slim, wiry type receiver, fast receiver. That's what he go for, and he fits the Sark's mold to a T. So yeah, I love this kid going into the season. Um, I think he's going to be a real strength. He's going to come into his own his second year, and man, I kind of could see him being a first round pick, if not next year in a couple of years. I could see that because this kid is the real deal, man. You pop on the tape, he jumps off the film. He jumps off. I love this kid.
Um, I guess piggybacking on what you just said, man. I'm a big fan. Clearly, I mean, this kid is in the opening of our show. Like, clearly, we're fans of Xavier Worthy. And you're right about this is the Sark type, and it's a young room. It's a young room, and that's why I'm not super excited about it. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I ain't super excited about it because I know young guys can make mistakes. But there's this kid that's coming in, Brendan Thompson, that looked like he built just like Xavier Worthy, but rumor has it he might be faster than Xavier Worthy, and that's scary. If you got two guys like that can take the top off of defense, what does that do? That opens it up for your running game. Defense has got to make a choice. Are we gonna try to stop Bijan, or are we gonna send a bunch of guys back? We playing dime defenses, trying to make sure we got these speedsters covered. I think it's gonna be a problem with defenses having to make that decision, man.
No doubt. And keeping with the receiver group, man. This spring, I was down at the spring game, and the one guy he made a nice play for a touchdown. The kid was Neor,
Nair.
whatever. The transfer from Wyoming. I see him being a great complement to Xavier Worthy on the other side, where you can't totally focus on Xavier Worthy. Like last year, it was Xavier Worthy and pretty much no one else. This year, I think this kid it has that ability to be a home run threat, just like Xavier. I like what I saw in him. Also, like the tight end Sanders out of Denton, the incoming freshman from Denton, man. Um, Again at the spring game, man, I noticed that they used him a lot in the red zone. And this kid, he goes up with his hands and he comes down with the ball, bro. And he's physical. He's a physical, big tight end. Um, yeah, the receivers, the tight ends. I have a lot of confidence in this group, bro. I think
Bro,
they can get us to where we need to be.
when was the last time Texas had a great tight end, man? A great dependable tight end. We going back to David Thomas?
I can't think anymore. I can't think
And,
of
and
another one.
I mean, this kid seems way more athletic. No slight to David Thomas. He's a champion. He's a champion, and we got nothing but love for him. But this kid looks like he might be the real deal, like Jermichael Finley was. We just hope he stays longer and hope that he helps bring a championship to Austin, man. Um, like you said, man, this receiver group is it looks good on paper. There's another kid I'm a fan of. I know you not so much, but Jordan Whittington, man. Hey, man, this kid. Come on, bro. Come on, man. This kid. We watched him in high school. We watched him in the state championship game. Just destroy teams. When healthy. When healthy. This kid can play, man. He's another weapon. He's another weapon, and hopefully on a team on an offense full of weapons, you know, he'll pick his spots and maybe that'll reduce his injury risk. Because I really like him. He seems like a good kid, and he's a great athlete, man. Say what you got to say about Jordan, man. Go ahead.
I'm finna quote the great C. Rob. The great C. Rob taught me your best ability is availability. Jordan Whittington, I have nothing against the kid. He just don't stay healthy. I mean, every time he goes up for a catch and he comes down, I hold my breath. I'm like, okay, 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, he's going to be out. That's him. That's what I get with this kid, man. Like you say, man, he was a great high school player. I don't even think he had a history of injuries in high school. But when he got into college, bro, this dude, he's glass, man. He easily can get broken up, and that's my thing with him, dude. He'll be a great receiver if we can wrap him up in bubble wrap and put him out there. I think he'll be great. Okay. But outside of that, man, I just don't have a lot of confidence in him because he can't stay on the field, bro. And that's the only thing I have against him. That's it.
I think he's a Jordan Shipley starter kit. And we all recall, all real Longhorn fans know, Jordan Shipley was at Texas 8 years before he finally played the game. So if this kid can do what Jordan did at half the time, he'll be all right, man. We pulling for you, Jordan. We pulling for you.
We pulling for you. I mean, because if you be the Jordan that we know you can be and stay healthy, oh yeah, I like our chances. But bro, I just don't have no confidence in this kid staying healthy, and that's my only knock on him, man. I don't have nothing against him. I just don't feel like he can stay healthy for a complete season. That's it.
Hey, prove him wrong, big dog. Prove him wrong.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Hey, so it's all sunshine and rainbows, bro. Talking about this Texas offense and position groups that we have a lot of faith in is going into this season. But you asked it was a 2-part question. So let's go on to that second part, man. We gonna poop all over what we just talked about because this is when it comes down to the nitty gritty. What concerns you? What position group concerns you, bro?
Well, bro, like I say, I love our receivers. I love Xavier. I love the transfer that we got in from Wyoming. I love the tight end. I love our weapons. The only thing is who's going to throw him the ball, and I feel like that is a concern. I know we have the incoming freshman. Arch Manning. Everybody is excited about this kid. I'm excited about this kid, no doubt. But the thing is, he's not going to play next year.
No.
He might not play for the next 2 years.
Nope.
So the guy that the guys that we feel is going to be the quarterback are going to be throwing to these weapons. One is Card, and the
Hudson
other
Card.
is Quinn.
When you
Card, we seen what he had last year, dude. I feel like the stage was too big for him. I feel like the collegiate level was too big for the guy. Hopefully he worked on it in the off season and he comes back and he does well. As far as Quinn, man, we know Quinn is a year ago was Archer Manning coming out. He was the top quarterback in the nation, and he went to Ohio State. He transferred to Texas. We know what he brings to the table. We just haven't seen him do it. We haven't seen him play yet. We don't know. We think he's the guy. Even in the spring game, we saw his arm strength. He can throw the ball. We saw that. We just hoping that this is the guy that can get us to where we need to be. The thing about Texas, man, and not only Texas, this was any college team. If you got a great quarterback in college, he can cover up a lot of deficiencies that you have on your team. So, and a prime example of that is Texas A&M a few years back when they had Johnny Manziel.
Right.
Johnny Manziel made Texas A&M. They beat Alabama. So, yeah, if we can get great quarterback, I ain't gonna even go great. Let's be realistic. If we can get good quarterback play out of our quarterbacks with the weapons that we have on this team, bro, I have confidence that we'll be a pretty good team this year. What's your thoughts?
That's a big if. That's a big if, and you're right to be concerned. You know, we talked about sunshine and rainbows at that previous segment. Like, yo, these weapons, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. Like, hey, you're right. Who's throwing them the ball? We don't know. We have to trust that our coach doesn't fall into the politics of being the Texas head coach. You know, sometimes the powers that be tell you who needs to play. You know, I keep saying real Texas fans know. Real Texas fans remember Major Applewhite and Chris Sims. And we remember the pain of being in that Big 12 championship game against Colorado at Texas Stadium, knowing who should be in that game. We all knew, and Mac played Chris Sims. No offense to Chris Sims. He was a solid quarterback, but he wasn't the best quarterback on the team. So my concern is that Sark makes the best decision for the team and not for the people that's just paying some of these guys to be here. So, hey, if Quinn's the guy, cool. If Quinn earns it, cool. If Card earns it, hey, I know it ain't politics if Card is the starting quarterback the first game. I know it's not, because we all saw what he did last year, and none of us expect him to be the starter this year. So if he's starting, okay, he earned it. And hey, dark horse, if Malik Murphy is starting, man, what the heck happened during summer camp?
I like Malik, man. I like Malik.
I like Malik too. I think he's a good kid. I think I don't think he's Vince Young, no. But I don't think he's Tyrone Swoops either. So I think he's got something, and I hope he stays. You know, because playing time ain't promised, and just because somebody's committed now don't mean they're gonna come. So I hope Malik stays and plays this thing out at least for a couple of years. But mainly, I just hope that our coach isn't influenced by the outside on who should start. The players know. If you make that decision and the players know, man, this dude shouldn't even be playing, man, you're gonna lose your team and you're gonna probably lose your job. That's what I got to say about the quarterback position. I'm nervous about that.
Well,
But
hey, that's what I felt. That was the position that I have the least confidence in. What position do you have the least confidence in going into this season, bro?
you know what, man? It's a trip, bro. We stuck on offense, man. Like before I say what I'm gonna say, we all know there's more to football than just the offensive side. But this is college football. This is the Big 12. So yeah, defense is important, special teams is important, but offense rules the day in the Big 12. And my biggest concern is on the offensive side of the ball. It's the offensive line. It's the elephant in the room. Nobody knows what to expect from these guys. If we know if they give us what they gave us last season, we got a problem, bro. We're gonna lose, and it's going to be embarrassing. It's gonna hurt our feelings because everybody's gonna say, "Dude, y'all got these top recruiting classes, and y'all still getting y'all behinds beat by teams like Arkansas or Kansas." Like, no, this has to end now. And unfortunately, this is what I'm leaning on. This is my hope for the offensive line. 5-star freshman. That that's all that's the hope of Longhorn Nation. Will freshmen come in and save the day? And if you're dependent on freshmen to save your season, hey man, that's the difference between being in a Big 12 championship game, potentially playing for a playoff spot, or sitting at home again, licking your wounds after another 5-7 season and potential loss to Kansas. What you got?
You're right, bro. Offensive line is a big concern of mine. I remember you remember that old TV show called The Fall Guy? With the
Mm-hmm.
Fall Guy, bro.
Yep.
And when it came on, it said that I'm the unknown stunt man that make Redford such a star. You remember that?
Something like that.
He was saying that the stunt men are the ones that make the stars look great. I
Mm-hmm.
feel the offensive line are the stunt men. They make the stars look great. Offensive linemen, they don't get their name called when they make a great block that frees the running back for a touchdown. Only the running back gets his name called. So yeah, the thing about Texas and the offensive line, I remember there was a time where all the top offensive linemen, especially in the state of Texas, they went to the University of Texas. Something happened, bro. I don't know what happened when all of a sudden the 5-star offensive linemen start going to other places and not Texas. That's hurt us. I believe that we go after certain dudes and they say no, and then we scramble to get these guys that probably should be going to like Boise. It should be going to places like North Texas, and we get these guys in and we go up against Power 5 teams and they dominate us. I remember last year we went up against Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
We went up against Arkansas in the trenches. Their defensive line pushed us all around the field, bro. They had us like little boys. It was like men amongst boys.
Yep.
So yeah, like you say, Calvin Banks, man, I'm excited about this kid, bro. He's a 5-star offensive line. He's a dog. He if you look at some of these highlights here, I know it's in shorts, in t-shirts, it's not in pads, but I just like the way he finished, way he gets in the dude's face. He kind of nasty. And I think you need a little nastiness to you when you're an offensive lineman. So yeah, I have a feeling that the incoming freshmen that we have, I think in a couple of years, they're going to be great. But going into this year, it's a concern, bro. It's a concern. I just hope that they, like I say, some of these freshmen can develop and we can start being a dominant offensive line like we used to have back in like 05 and 06 and in those days. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, that's the hope, bro. That's the hope, and that's what we talked about this before, man. Texas and Texas fans, we want to get past hoping. We want to get back to how we were expecting. We expect to at least win 10 games. We expect to be in the conversation at the end of the season. We expect dudes to show up and be able to play. We want to get back to that. Hopefully, I try not to get too excited over recruiting classes, not class rankings and stuff. I want to watch the tape. I want to watch the film, and watching the film of this kid, like you said, he looked tough. He looked like he got a mean streak, and we're used to defensive linemen that got a mean streak, and that's cool. But we'll have offensive linemen that are just really nice guys, giant teddy bears. Now I kind of want offensive linemen that are assholes. Excuse my language. I want mean SOBs as the offensive line. I want them throwing dudes down at the end after the whistle blows, at the echo of the whistle, as they say. I want that back. And we had that before. When we were good, we had dudes like that. Not a bunch of nice guys. So hopefully things are changing, and we getting some dogs in the trenches on both sides of the ball. But right now, we talking about what I'm concerned about: offensive line play. Let's get it, man. I'm tired of nice, friendly, nice, soft offensive linemen. Let's show up. Let's punch dudes in the mouth. Let's tell them what play we gonna run. We're gonna run a zone draw to the right, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. We need to get back to that type of Texas swagger, and let's kick Alabama's ass.
No doubt, that's gonna be tough. Yeah, so yeah, we agree on that, man. What's your thoughts on our defense, bro? Like, I feel like our offense might be turning the corner. We're getting some good players in here. I feel like that the offense have the ability to score, like you say, a lot of points, put a lot of points on the board. But it doesn't matter if we can't stop anyone. So how you see the Longhorns defense going into this year?
How I look at the defense, kind of reminds me of was it 2018 Cowboys, when the Cowboys had a chance to get Jalen Ramsey, and we were like, no, let's get Zeke. And hey, I was one of them. Let's get Zeke, and let's have an offense that keeps the defense off the field. Let's have an offense where the defense can kind of relax because they're going to be playing with a lead. Well, that's how I feel about Texas. If they can get good offensive line play, I ain't asking for solid. I'm asking for good offensive line play. And I'm sorry you asked me about defense, and I brought it back to offense. But that's what's going to make this defense work. Is I think this offense can be good enough to put up 40 points a game. I just need my defense to not give up 35. Just make a few more stops. Make a few less bonehead plays. Let's make a few more big plays. Let's get some fumbles, some interceptions. If we can just get solid play from defense, not great, solid. They have the talent to have great plays. But let's just be solid, and I think we can win a lot of games. And there's one more thing, and this is a shout out to our Longhorn insider. There's one more thing about the defense that's different from last year, and that's Gary Patterson. I have a lot of faith in GP. This dude did it with TCU. This dude would make 2 and 3 star players play like 4 and 5 star players. He get 2 and 3 star players to the NFL. Texas is loaded with 4 and 5 star defensive players. If Gary Patterson has any influence on this defense, hey, sky could be the limit. This can mess around and be a shutdown defense, and if it is, oh man, Mortimer, we're back.
Great movie.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man. Hey, the thing about the defense, man, like you say, they've been underachieving for years now, and the defense is not really no names, man. It's no one that's just like when we talk about the offense, we have names, Bijan, Worthy. We have names. The only name on the defense that I can really just say, this dude is a dog, he's going to come to play is Overshawn, bro.
Yep.
Overshawn makes plays, man. You can say what you want about him. He's undersized, no doubt. But, man, he shows up game in and game out. I like this kid. But outside of him, man, we have a lot of guys that they look like Tarzan. They look like Tarzan, bro. But they play like Jane on their defense. I mean, we got some big boys on their defensive line. If you look at them, you like, man, these dudes should be tearing stuff up. But instead, man, they get pushed around the field just like the offensive line, bro. And it's frustrating. I don't know if it's a lack of talent or if it's a lack of want. The thing about a defensive lineman, you have to have an engine, bro, that never stops until the whistle blows. You got to continue going. You can't shut your engine off. I don't see the defensive line having great engines. There's some guys with potential.
Yeah.
We got some potential, no doubt. But all potential does is get coaches fired.
Facts.
That's all it does. Potential don't win any games. So yeah, I'm with you with that, man. I have a concern with our defense. We can score 40, 50 points a game, but we can't stop anyone, man. What sense does that make? So yeah, no doubt on that. Well, see, Rob, look like, man, our show is winding down. We're at the end of it, man.
Yeah, man.
Any closing remarks, bro?
It was another good one, man. Another good show, man. We love talking about them Longhorns, man. We, like I said, it's hook 'em horns on this side. And, as always, man, check out the video, get in the comments, subscribe to this, tap the bell so you know when the video is dropping. But hey, man, I know there's going to be people in there that's like, oh, man, y'all homers. No, bro, listen to what we're saying. Listen to what we're saying. Just pay attention. Homer is not gonna tell you their offensive line sucks or their defensive line sucks. Homer's gonna tell you they gonna win it all. So now, man, we're just keeping it a buck. But let's get in the comments. Let's talk about it, man.
No doubt. And like always, man, like, share, and subscribe, man. Tell a friend. And with that being said, I'm your boy J.Hitz.
And I'm C-Rob.
And we're the Hit Zone. And we just want to remind you to always be willing to be stronger than your strongest excuse. And we're out. Peace.
Thank you for watching today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time on the Hit Zone.